Train Sim World VR was released in March 2025 exclusively for the MetaQuest platform, available on the Quest Pro, the Quest 2, Quest 3, and the Quest 3S. It's the first time the series has fully stepped into virtual reality, but the big question is it actually worth it? Today we're going to dive into the experience, look at what works, what doesn't, and whether this VR leap really adds to the immersion of Train Sim World. If there's one thing simulation players crave, it's realism and immersion. It's the reason you'll find sim racers spending hundreds of pounds on racing wheels, flight sim enthusiasts investing in expensive yokes, and even train simmers splashing out on rail driver controllers, all in the pursuit of replicating the real thing. Nothing gets you closer to that experience than actually sitting in the cab. Thanks to VR, you finally have the ability to do just that. Being able to reach out and press the cab buttons to open the doors, or use the touch controls to manage the combined throttle braking systems on the M3A and M7A is undeniably fun. Sadly, this is where the realism ends. Train Sim VR feels more like an arcade experience than a true simulator. Instead of focusing on the authentic railway operations, the game rewards you with points for driving through gates at the suggested speed, or blasting the horn to the delight of trackside workers or the occasional train spotter. Realistic timetable-driven gameplay swapped out for short scoring runs along the Harlem line, and for purists this is going to feel like a huge step down. The graphics, considering the limitations of standalone VR hardware, are fine. They're not going to win any awards, but they get the job done. That said, visuals aren't without flaws. Sometimes the track fails to load properly, and when taking curves it looks like the developers have stitched together straight sections, leaving you a hexagon-shaped bend instead of a smooth flowing railway. It breaks the immersion quickly. The most frustrating part for me is asking, who exactly did they develop this for? Virtual reality has been one of the most requested features for the main Train Sim World franchise. Sure, you can get it working with mods, but it's never been officially supported. And yet, when they finally release a standalone VR title, it's not in-depth enough to satisfy hardcore simulation fans. On the flip side, its more arcade-style approach might catch the attention of casual players, but honestly, blowing the horn every couple of minutes grows old fast. That said, Train Sim World VR does give us a glimpse of the potential VR could bring to the main franchise if Dovetail ever decided to support it properly. As a standalone experience though, it's more of a short-term novelty, fun to dip into when you've got a few minutes to kill, but it's not going to hold your attention in the long term. So, is it worth it? Honestly, no. If you already own a Quest and you're curious, it might be worth a try, but for anyone else, your money's better spent on the main franchise DLC instead. If you've enjoyed this review, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe button for more Train Sim World content. Let me know in the comments, would you like to see VR properly supported and added to the main franchise? I'll be reading through your thoughts.